What's up, YouTube? We're going to show you right now how to do a property on a rent-to-rent basis with no freaking money, because you found this decent deal today, Adam. So this property, what was it about this house that made you think it could be a good rent-to-rent?
The area is prime. The location is so good. It's really quiet. There's a lot of construction work. There's a lot of like army barracks and things, and a lot of people that actually come for like short stays around the area.
You've got two already, two rent-to-rents.
Yeah, two in Liverpool, and we wanted to expand, so this is where we're coming.
Dan,
coming into.
What is a rent-to-rent? How does the model work for anyone who doesn't know?
So a rent-to-rent model is where you rent a property from a landlord. You pay them their monthly rent, obviously agreed up front. You then rent it out on a room-by-room basis to local contractors, hospital staff.
And that's how you make your profit. Rent it out, hire them out. Cash flow, baby. Cash flow is king. So question is, you need obviously the landlord's consent. You spoke to him.
So I've been here, I spoke to the landlord himself, who is 93, and his granddaughter, who is also involved, and her husband as well. The landlord is well open to it, but the other two, when I spoke to the granddaughter last time, she was very reserved, so I'm not sure how this one is going to go, but...
How much money are you guys got ready for this deal? How much money you want to put into this?
So we don't want to put anything in it today.
Okay.
We're going to try and negotiate, but he's asking for £1,600 rent.
So you're planning to knock him down a bit on the rent?
Yeah.
Get zero rent up front?
Yeah.
No deposit?
No deposit.
How much profit will you make if he says yes?
If we go on the rental of 1,600, which he's asking for, I'm looking at about 180 to 200 a night, which at 70% would make around 1,500 after bills and everything as well.
So this third one would basically be financial freedom?
Yeah.
We need to get this through the roof. We need to make this happen.
We need to get this sorted.
I mean, like, what's the plan? What are you planning on doing with the bedrooms?
At the minute, we'd be looking at potentially coming into here, this being a zip bed. So potentially having it as two beds, so you could sleep two people in here.
And the rooms are big.
Yeah, there's a lot of space.
It's like four big rooms.
3 bathrooms as well, so.
So would you be doing this as like, not HMO,
No.
serviced accommodation,
Yeah.
renting the whole house out?
I think the aim is to rent the whole house out, yeah. With certain schemes out there for contractors and things like that I think we're going to try and target.
What sort of schemes?
So something like cosy workers and trade stays and things like that.
And you think they'd pay about 180 a night?
It depends on the amount of people. It's normally about £30-40 a head per night. So if you're in this property itself, we can get 2 people in here, 2 people in the other bedroom.
Let's have a look at the other windows. How confident are you that you'd be able to make this profitable?
And with the numbers that we've looked at, they're pretty like 80%, 90% confident. I think that it's going to be an amazing property.
Have you put a break clause in the contract?
Yeah, there's a break clause in there, but so we've got 6 months of before we get the break clause.
And could you lease the furniture?
Yeah, so what we're actually doing is we've talked about this with a guy who's also on the academy with us, who's going to fund it at a 10% APR fixed.
So he's going to finance the furniture?
Yeah, so we're not actually we won't be putting any money into the furniture.
So the only thing you're going to have to pay is upfront rent?
Yeah.
And deposit, which you're thinking we're going to try and negotiate not to pay?
That's what we're going to try and do today.
Yeah.
How much profit, Dan, are you thinking from your numbers you'd make on this?
At sort of 70% occupancy, we should be able to achieve sort of £1,400-1,500 a month.
You've already got your 2 rent-to-rents that you just secured last month.
Yeah, so this is going to be like a really, really good addition to our portfolio as well. And the fact as well that with the furnishing and the financing of that, if we can get that money, then there's a government scheme at the minute, the super tax, where you get 130% of the asset back on expenses. So even though we're paying 10% APR, getting 30% back on the government scheme with it is really so.
I like it. I think it works. We need to get a deal.
Yeah, let's do it. Everything all right with all that?
Yeah, really protective.
Of course.
By the way, these guys, I've seen them operate before. They're very professional.
So in terms of like getting everything out, do we need to empty everything?
So I've spoke to Raymond about this. I'm going to come in and help when needed, and we can go through things and whatnot that we want to keep and stuff that I only live like 20 minutes away, so I can be here when needed to help with the furniture and stuff like that. Because the main things for us, obviously, like the white goods stuff and whatnot in there, your fridge, your microwaves and toasters, all them, if we can keep them, amazing. but apparently you want the kettle or something on the microwave. So you want the toaster.
So obviously you're doing the work.
Yeah.
Or you'll do work at your expense. If that contract ends, what happens to that work?
Obviously, like certain things we'd be doing would be like maybe changing the bathroom so it's a little bit more modernised, or painting the walls, like, and things like that. So anything that we do is in our best interest to make it like as good looking as possible, basically, which is, at the end of the day, is only going to be more beneficial for you. So people like yourself, kind of like
Really good looking.
like say people that are doing contract work and things like that, because it's such a secure area with the garage and everything as well.
So it's like an Airbnb sort of thing.
Like we use that for marketing, but it's not Airbnb. Because that would be like short-term stays, like one night lets, things like that. We tend to work on a 3-night minimum. So it's anyone that's staying for like normally Monday to Friday is our primary market, getting contractors and people like that in yourself.
Okay. Yeah.
Amazing.
Sound.
Perfect. That one's your contract, that's all signed.
There's a front door.
2 front
And that
doors.
one is for that door.
And that one's the back door there as well. Amazing. What about kind of when we first chatted and stuff? What was about the agreement itself? Kind of like, were you drawn to? What did you like about it when we first chatted?
I mean, I've had the life of looking after the house, so I thought, well, if I can give it to somebody else, that would be great.
Yeah. No.
So that was it in 3 years. Just
Yeah.
so that was good.
Yeah. Because obviously we put together the 3-year agreement, didn't we? And
Yeah, and the fact that I would be getting a similar to rent
yeah.
to what I would be getting just letting the house out,
Mm.
without the problems associated with changeover, that sort of stuff.
Yeah. I guess you're getting the security that if you had a tenant in here for the longer term, then you wouldn't be in and checking it all the time, would you? Whereas like when we come in, we're getting people in to check it and clean it every single week.
Also, I was quite impressed by your attitude.
No, I appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. But yeah, it's like this is a like doing what we do with property and things like that. It's a people game. Like for us, it wants to be a win-win for everybody involved, doesn't it? So
Well, it's nice when you see somebody who's really a professional, and I think you are. Yes.
no, I appreciate that. But yeah, that's the goal. I mean, it's in business. We want to help people. We want to give them the rent. I want to make sure that their properties are looked after, and again, done it in the most professional way possible. So
Good.
yeah,
Yes.
no, I really
It's
appreciate it.
win-win.
It's definitely going to be a win-win.
That was sick. These guys are beasts. Been in the game 3 months. Beasts.
Let's go.
Absolutely great. What just happened?
Oh, it's secured. It's done, isn't it? Done deal. We got it.
What? So you paid no deposit. He hasn't asked for any references. I think the reason he didn't ask for references was because he just trusts. He did trust you guys.
Yeah.
What about the granddaughter and the partner?
Oh, they were tough. That were tough to get.
But they weren't that. What about asking about Airbnb and?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
How do you feel, guys?
But like this is just that little jingle there. It's doing everything for me right now.
Oh man, Danny, you pleased?
Over the moon. It kind of puts into context what we've sort of been building to over the last 3 months since joining the academy.
Yeah.
So it's starting to gain momentum for us now.
Mm. It's like it's
Fantastic.
like you say. It's that once like that snowball starts to go down the hill and it just gets bigger and bigger. Getting that first the first deal over the line the last month was like such a relief. But it's a month later, we've got 3 now. So it's inviting things into like the training, the stuff that you teach us through the academy and the training and stuff, overcoming all the objections and things like that. It's like it's game changing, because if you come to this without the knowledge, without the training and stuff like that, you can do it. Like you will get a deal eventually, but if you don't know what to say, if you don't know what them objections are going to be, then it's really hard to put into practice. And I've got to say, like I've had about 1,000 no's. I've got 3 yeses, but about 1,000 no's. And every single time a new objection comes up or a new way someone words it, it's about how that's a lesson. You need to learn that.
Yeah.
It's like my favourite saying is fail. Like it's not, you haven't failed, it's your first attempt in learning, if you use it as an abbreviation.
Yeah.
I love that saying, and I think that every single time I get off a phone call where it's a no, I'm thinking that that was an attempt in learning, Adam. It was just an attempt in learning.
And how did you guys decide to partner up? And what's the story there?
So basically, we met on the first crash course in Bradford back in June time, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
we didn't actually speak on that course, did we?
No, no.
I remember I actually acknowledged you and sort of saw you at the other side of the room.
Yeah.
That guy was confident. So then when we both signed up for the deal finding extravaganza, didn't we?
Yeah.
At the back of the room on that course. And then we actually just sort of found an Airbnb together.
Yeah.
So we could stay there local.
Yeah, because there were like us and there were like 5 other people that we all shared an Airbnb together, cut down costs a little bit. Just everybody else in the Airbnb would just like chill on an evening, like, I'll go to bed and whatever, and then there's me and Dan sat on the table till 2 o'clock in the morning looking at deals and trying to find stuff with it.
So what profit are you expecting from this now and the other 2 rent-to-rents that you've got? Because they're live now, aren't they?
Yeah. So we've got one that's at 70%, it's around 800, 900 profit. Then the other one is around 1300, and then this one at 80% should be around 1500. So we do the maths on that quickly. We've got
It's about 3.5 grand
3.5 grand.
a month.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. For where we're at right now, and that's, again, it's one deal away from us both kind of being financially free right now.
Incredible.
From setting this up.
Big
3
respect, guys.
3 months.
3 months and basically financial freedom. So now then we need to get this property spruced up.
Yeah.
We need to get your furniture guy to invest in the furniture.
Yeah.
We need to get this on Airbnb. We've got how many weeks before we have to do that? Before we have to stop paying the guy rent?
So we've got 4 weeks now, just shy of 4 weeks before we've got to get this done and ready to go. But
So we've got 4 weeks to get it furnished, get it ready, get it marketed,
Yeah.
get it on Airbnb.
yeah, ready to go.
Hard work begins.
Let's do it now.
Good job, Dan. Well done. Good job, mate. Well done.
So Samuel asked me to show you guys around the property and how we've done. So welcome to my crib, come on in. So as you'll see, we have massively renovated this property. We've turned it from almost looking a little bit probate. We've worked with the landlord on this and we've turned this property into something amazing. And as you can see from the SA point of view, it looks really, really good. Really, really modern, and there's a lot of people that are going to want to stay here with it being so close to Harrogate City Centre as well. Cash flow side of things, at around 70 to 80% occupancy, we're expecting to be hitting around £3,400 turnover a month, which will leave us with about that kind of £1,500 mark profit. I learned how to do all of this by attending one of Samuel's courses. I can't thank him enough about the knowledge and the understanding he's given me about these different strategies within property, and the fact that we've been able to turn a £1 from the initial course that we went to into a property like this is incredible. So if you are wanting to get into property, I can't recommend going to £1 courses enough. You'll get so much knowledge and so much value that it's very, very worthwhile. So I believe the rent to rent revolution is coming up very, very soon. So make sure you book on for your ticket. And thank you, Samuel, for giving us the opportunity to turn a property like this into something absolutely amazing.